Here's how to spend 3 days in Paris, France. If you've been following my channel, you know I took 35 days to travel all around Europe with EF Ultimate Break. And really our itinerary said it was gonna be a 3-day France stay. But that first day was us traveling from Barcelona to Paris by coach bus because it was a long drive. But after dropping our bags at our hostel, the first thing we went to go see was the Eiffel Tower. There she is in all her glory. Then we hopped on a cruise down the Seine River where we passed by the Musée d'Orsay, which we ended up visiting the next day, which I'll get more into that later. And we got to see a little bit more monuments by waterfront. And then we went back to our hostel and went to the rooftop bar to enjoy the sunset. On day 2, we had a guided tour where we got to see the Arc of Victory by coach bus. We got out for a little cafe moment, but then we got right back in the bus to head to the Palace of Versailles, where we saw the Golden Gates. When I tell you guys, this place was magical. This estate was massive, and just all of the architecture and the way that they preserve everything inside it was just so incredible. I have no words. Like, just look at that. It felt like you were on a movie set. Where are my Bridgerton fans at? Because it really felt like you just walked onto an episode of that show. And the inside of it, just the way that everything looked, the way that all the paintings were, the marble, the statues, the paintings of the kings and the queens, the chandeliers were incredible. Everything was just so show-stopping and really just was jam-packed with tours because everybody wanted to see what it looked like on the inside. What you're about to see is where Marie Antoinette, according to our tour guide, said the famous words, "Let them eat cake." And then we had a Parisian dinner in a cave with wine that was free flowing. So I'll save you the details on that. Let's head to day 3. So the first stop we had on day 3 was the inside of the Musée d'Orsay. I'm probably not saying that totally right, but it was something that was worth seeing, especially if you're not into museums like me. This trip made me a museum girly, and I am saying it loud and proud. On the way to our next stop, we had to stop to get a Parisian pastry. Of course, I got an eclair. It was so good. And then the Moulin Rouge was by far one of my favorite things. I am such a fan of the movie, so seeing it in real life was so iconic for me. And then we headed up to the old village of Montmartre. It's just this cute, whimsical town. And at the very top of the village, you see this beautiful view of the whole city. It was just so cool to see it because it was kind of off the beaten path for us. Our tour guide told us about it, and we were like, you know what, let's just go see where it is. And it followed the pathway of where we were going. So I definitely recommend doing this in this order. And then we had dinner reservations that we went to go later on to see because on our way back, we could not see the Eiffel Tower all lit up. This is a bucket list, give you chills type of moment to see this in person. So I'm gonna let you take it in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel at The World's Publicist for more travel content just like this.